Hi, everybody. Angel here. Hope you guys are doing great. So, wherever you're in the world. And I'm super happy and excited to speak with Imani today of Vegan Mani. And she will be joining soon. And for those who might have missed some previous conversations with other um, guests around the world, you can always check on IGTV. And plays are ready and waiting for you. Hi there.
Hello, how
How
are
are
you?
you? Fine. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good, good. I'm playing with filters, so you're going to see lots of fruits flying around.
Nice, I like it.
Awesome. So I want to thank you, first of all, Imani, for taking the time. I know everybody's busy. And I did pin our topics in summary form down below just to kind of help to follow along. And I want to say hi to everybody who's joining, and thanks so much for joining as well. And as we go along, if you do have questions for Imani, please feel free to put them down in the comment section below. Now, before we proceed, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Imani.
Imani. All right, all right, all right. I got it. There we go. So awesome. So once again, thanks so much. We have lots of topics to cover, so I think we should just jump right in there.
Okay, sounds great.
Awesome. So my first question for you, Imani, is if you could share your vegan journey with us, how you started and how you ended up to where you are today, please.
Sounds great. So my vegan journey all started when I'm going to start talk about becoming vegetarian first and
Yeah.
then going to vegan. So my senior year of college, I went to Lincoln University, the first HBCU. So shout out to Lincoln and HBCUs. My senior year of being at Lincoln University, I decided to actually go vegan. I mean, to go vegetarian. And this was pretty difficult because I was on the track team. I was involved in a lot of different extracurriculars. So my coaches were just like, oh, what can you eat? What can you not eat? And my teammates wanted to go to Chick-fil-A and all these places with so much meat. And it's like, what am I going to have? Like a salad without the meat on it. So that was pretty difficult, but I stuck with it. It was very hard in college because my college didn't have a lot of options. And then after college, I went to grad school. I went to Columbia University, the Institute of Human Nutrition. And I was just like, you know what? I know better. I did my research. I watched more documentaries. And I was just like, why am I still eating the eggs and the butter and the animal products? It still comes from animals. And I still know that it's not good for my body. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take another step and go vegan. When you know better, you do better. So then when I went vegan, I was just like, wow, like I feel absolutely amazing. And both of my journeys, both my vegetarian journey, which lasted a year, and both my vegan journey, which is 3.5 years and counting, I went cold turkey. I'm someone, if I'm done with it and I can't take it anymore, I called my dad crying, like,
Oh,
Daddy, like, we need to go to Trader Joe's. I'm becoming vegetarian. Same thing with vegan. Threw everything out and I never looked back. And I've never felt better. And for me, I studied nutrition in grad school. So I'm just like, you know what? I want other people to feel empowered and feel as good as I feel. I have all this knowledge. I want to share it with other people and make them feel better. So yeah, I'm all about the plants, and veganism has really changed my life in a lot of different ways.
that is so awesome. And thanks so much just for being so transparent. And you and I have something in common because in my late teens, when I was in college, I discovered vegetarianism and this amazing cookbook. And I was like, I'm vegetarian. So when I was in college, I was vegetarian. But then when I went back for holidays, there was a rub, and they're like, you have to eat, meat. Well, we call it meat, but they're really animals. No, you have to eat. You have to eat meat. I mean, you have to get all of your nutrients. So I caved, I gave in, and then I started to eat whatever everyone else was eating. And then when I went back to college, I was like, yeah, I'm going back to being a vegetarian. So in those days, we didn't talk about veganism. So I can definitely see your point that it is kind of challenging. And I
Mhm.
just applaud you for, putting a stake in the ground and saying, that's it. I'm going all the way. So
Thank you.
awesome. I just want to say hi to anybody who's on the live. And if you have questions for Imani, please put them down below and she'll be happy to answer. And meanwhile, let's go to your nutrition services. So you did mention your education. So tell us a bit, please, about the services that you provide.
hmm I offer a lot of different nutrition related services. I offer nutrition workshops. I've conducted these workshops for different organizations. I've also done some stuff for vegan festivals, and they're really fun. And now that we're living in the time where COVID is existing, so many restrictions, I've actually shifted to being 100% virtual. So I do put on these workshops for organizations that may need them or groups of people that just want more knowledge. I'm willing to do that on all different topics. Like I said before, I did study nutrition at Columbia, so I'm more than qualified to talk on all of these topics. And I'm really excited just to deliver knowledge wherever I can. In addition to that, I offer individual nutrition consultation services. I offer group nutrition consultation services. I also have a new consultation, which is a cooking consultation. I literally
Wow.
come in your kitchen virtually and I'm teaching you how to make a really healthy vegan meal. I'm someone, I like to cook, I like to create, I like to do so many different things. So my services are a reflection of me. In addition to being a nutritionist, I'm also a health and wellness teacher and I work at a charter high school. So I have that background of looking at health and wellness and nutrition through a holistic lens, which is extremely important because nutrition is important. But if you're not sleeping well, if your mind is not doing well, if you're not doing all those other things, your nutrition is just going to be just that. So I work with my clients diligently. When I work with you, it's not just a, oh, I'll see you at the next consultation. You get homework. I check in with you. I give you summaries. I give you resources. So I really, really enjoy what I do. And I also have a supermarket tour service. Due to COVID, that is something that is on hold. It will resume when things get better, of course. And I'm actually launching a vegan one-on-one program. And this is going to be happening within the next 2 months. I'm going to start promoting soon. And I'm going to be working with a group of people, teaching them how to go vegan. It's going to be great. I have this whole
Oh,
thing out, whole program going. And yeah, I'm really excited about that.
I'm excited.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I'm already vegan and I'm excited just to
But
hear.
hey, vegans can join too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good to know. Good to know. I just want to say hi to everybody who's joined, and we have some hearts and
Hi, let my food.
encouragement. So good from Let Thy Food. Thanks
They're
so much.
amazing. Hello.
Oh, well, shout out to you guys. Awesome. And so we'll probably loop back around to some of your services, but you also are involved in plant strength performance. So tell us a bit about that, please.
Mm-hmm. So I am an ambassador for Plant Strength Performance, and Plant Strength Performance, they do fitness and nutrition related things, and they also have products. They have this really, really great product, and it's chicken bites. And the first time I tried these chicken bites, I was just like, wow. These are absolutely amazing. They're so easy to cook. All the nutrition facts are aligned with what I put in my body. And I tried them for the first time. They were so easy to cook. I make a lot of different things with them. I made chicken tacos. I'm looking forward to making like chicken Alfredo with them. And it's just a really great product and a really great way to get your protein in as well. I also use their resistance bands because I am someone who's into fitness. I am a Zumba instructor in addition to being a nutritionist and a health and wellness teacher. So those resistance bands are awesome, but it's a wonderful company. You should definitely check it out. Anyone who's listening, I love the people behind it. I love their mission, and let's be pant powered all over the world. And that's just what they're about. That's why I decided to join the family and become an ambassador.
Awesome. I'm just so happy that there's just more vegan, plant-based options out there because I
Mm-hmm.
think that just lowers the challenge level, the obstacles, and people really, have just fewer excuses, you know, to say,
Right.
oh, I can't do it. I can't eat a plant-based diet. I can't go vegan. I mean, I think it's awesome.
Right.
So
I
it's
do.
yeah. And it's great that you're incorporating that in your whole portfolio, I guess we could say.
Yes, definitely.
Awesome, awesome. So, you did touch on your virtual events, but I had that as a separate topic. So, tell us, I guess you could just pick maybe one of your virtual events and just kind of walk us a little bit through, you know, what your clients on the other end will be experiencing.
Hmm. So I'll use the example of a workshop I did for plant-based foods that boost your immunity.
Oh,
So what
wow.
happens is a lot of these workshops are held via Zoom. I can use another platform if that's what the clients want, but I usually come up with a really great PowerPoint presentation that has a lot of visuals, that has a lot of research and information, and we basically go through that PowerPoint, but I also like it to make it very interactive. So as someone that's going to do icebreakers, we're going to do breakout rooms, we're going to do activities. It's not just me talking all the time because I love questions. I love to interact with people. So that's basically how a virtual event will go. I have a lot of virtual events planned for 2021. So I'm super excited about that. And in addition to my Zumba classes, of course, that will start back up. And maybe even something with Zumba and plant-based nutrition. I'm all about coming up with new ideas.
No, it's awesome because then you really, you know, like you say, you really show people that it is a holistic approach.
Mm,
And it's not just, you know, oh, well, if I eat really great, you know, plants, then everything is taken care of. But like you're saying, you know, it's way more than that. So
mhm.
I love the combo of the fitness and the food and, you know, like you say, the lifestyle, you know, are they getting enough sleep? Are they getting enough fresh air, et cetera, et cetera. So I really love that you, again, focus on you know, the holistic perspective.
Thank you so much. That's what it's all about.
Totally, totally. I just want to say hi and thanks to everyone who's joining. And please
Yes.
put your questions and comments down below for Imani, and she'll be happy to answer.
And I
And
love you too. I see Let Thy Food. I love you too. And your products. You guys are amazing.
awesome, awesome. So let's go to our next topic while we wait for questions and comments. And our next topic is if you could tell us a little bit about you know, a couple of the client challenges that you see come across you know, in your experience, that would be really interesting.
Of course. I have clients who struggle with weight loss. I have clients that struggle with meal prepping, clients that struggle with wanting to go plant based, but they just don't know where to start. I also have clients who struggle with like body image issues and just issues of incorporating more fruits and vegetables into their diet. So I'm willing to work with anyone who needs help, but I'm also not someone who is just about the money and getting as many clients as I can. And my client process, I make sure that we are a good fit for each other. We go through a questionnaire. The first thing that I do with my clients is a 15-minute phone call to even see if I'm someone that you would like to work with. I want to build that rapport. I want to build that relationship. And if something that we're doing is not working, we'll switch it around. And that's what I've seen in my practice. Just recently, I had a client who had a major breakthrough, and I was so happy. That made my day. And turns out it was that holistic approach that she needed. She was just putting it all into the nutrition category. But I'm like, hey, you got to look over here. Are you sleeping? Is your schedule organized? Are you planning things out accurately? Are you getting enough sun? Are you exercising? All of these other things. No. So how do you expect to grow in your nutrition journey? It's virtually impossible. So that's why I'm really thankful for being a nutritionist and a health and wellness teacher. And this position has challenged me even in my own private business to just really look at all the areas of that person's life holistically. And I have seen so many results, and I've gotten a lot of great reviews. And I work primarily with vegans, but I also work with just everyone. But if I ever do a meal plan or ever recommend recipes, I always tell my clients they are going to be plant based because that's what I'm all about, and that's what my services are based on. But I've seen a lot of success. Primarily, my clients are mostly women, of course, and mostly women of color, which is something that is really important to me because I am a woman of color, and it's really hard to find people in the nutrition field that are people of color. So when people find me, it's almost like, oh my goodness, you're black, you're a nutritionist, and I'm just like, yeah. So I really think that that representation matters because you have to tell people that food can be culturally appropriate. I have family from the South. I make healthy, plant-based, vegan soul food. You can have your culture and you can have your healthy food too. You don't have to give up on those things. You can just make them healthier and reinvent the wheel. So that's what I teach my clients to do.
Oh wow. Oh wow. I'm super just so happy you covered that because I've been speaking with different people and they bring in, intersectionality as it's called nowadays. Inclusiveness is what it was it's is what it was called back in my day. And so I really just love that, and you also brought up the cultural aspect, and it makes me think of like veganizing the standard diet. And so a lot of people are able to stick to eating plants by veganizing their favorite dishes, like in their culture or, just what they're just used to eating or what they just like, it doesn't even have to be their own culture, it just be, their favorite meals from wherever.
Right.
And I think it's awesome that you, try to zoom into that as well, because that really, grabs a lot of people, and then they don't feel like they're giving up something. They're just replacing it with much healthier options for themselves, our animals and our planet. And so I really love that you really try to zoom in on, what it is that's going to really make the difference for them.
Right, of course. Every client is different. Everyone needs a different approach. So I'm constantly asking people, what do you need? How can we get this going? Like, where can I help you? How can you help yourself? Because I don't want to have long-term clients for 3 years, 4 years. If I have clients for that long, what am I doing? Am I doing my job? So my job is to make sure that I'm giving you these tools, giving you the knowledge, giving you the research that you need so you can be self-sufficient on your own eventually. But it's like I'm basically like a little kid riding a bike. Not saying that I work with little kids, but you take the training wheels off eventually. And that's what I'm here to do.
I love that because, like you say, it's not just for the money to just kind of keep people on the payroll, quote unquote. Like it's really to, enable them and,
Mm-hmm.
teach them how to function when you're not around.
Right? Like I can't follow you around for the rest of your life, and that would actually be really creepy. I wouldn't. I just like, what are you
Yeah,
eating? I
yeah.
see, like, no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that. I love that. We have Katie online saying here, hi
Hi,
there.
I know her.
Oh,
Hi.
awesome, awesome. Well, thanks for joining everybody. And please put your questions and comments down below for Imani, and she'll be happy to answer. And while we wait, let's go to our next topic, and that is YouTube. So tell us a bit, please, about your YouTube channel.
I would be happy to. I started my YouTube channel back in June in 2019, actually, 2020, actually, what am I saying? And it has been absolutely amazing. On my YouTube, I specifically cover nutrition, lifestyle, and fitness. And I love making YouTube videos. I love creating content. So I have different playlists. I have a haul playlist. I have a nutrition playlist, fitness playlist. I have a review playlist. I'm starting up my recipe playlist now. So my latest video is a vegan mushroom bacon video, and
Ooh,
it's super yummy. I make this
ooh.
and I actually teach people how to make it. In this video, I also have a mom tag video up that is absolutely hilarious. I love my mom to death, and she's really like a comedian. And like when we get together, we just have a really great vibe, and there's this whole entire thing. So that's my two latest videos that I have on YouTube. So I would highly suggest going to my YouTube. I am Vegan Mani on YouTube. I have so much content planned, so many amazing things that I'm going to have coming. And it's basically a one-stop shop channel. You get a little bit of everything. And just really entertaining, really informative. And this is something that I really like to do. And I'm looking forward to make it more of a community. So growing with people, telling people more about who I am. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. So follow me on YouTube at Vegan Money.
I want to give a shout out to your mom because I did watch.
Oh, you watch
I watched the one with your mom, and she was really funny,
She's
actually.
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So big shout out to your mom. Yeah. So
Yes, thank you so much. I love her. Like I'm like,
awesome.
mom, like you need to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah, and she's
Like that
good.
would be
She's
fun.
good. She's
Yeah.
really funny. I love
Yeah.
her.
And she's a
Yeah.
beautiful like person. Like she's amazing. Love her.
Awesome. Awesome. So we have a question
Mhm.
from Maverick Mage. Hi there, to Imani. How much do you love cooking with a garbanzo bean base?
Hey, first of all, hey. I really love cooking with a garbanzo bean base because there's so much that you can do with it. You can just use the actual garbanzo bean, or you can use the garbanzo bean flour, which is really great. I have a recipe on my website, www.veganmoney.com, where I actually show you how to make vegan eggs from chickpea flour. And it's actually really easy, it's really handy. There's a lot of things that you can do with the flour, but you can also do a lot of things with the actual garbanzo beans. In my fridge right now, I have garbanzo beans with spinach and butternut squash, and I have a coconut curry sauce, which is absolutely
Oh.
delightful. So I'm getting all my veggies in. And another way that you can make garbanzo beans is making it in a tomato related sauce. You can put them in pasta. You can also bake with them. I've seen people make like chickpea blondies. I haven't experimented with it yet, but I plan on it. Hard to find garbanzo bean flour. Recommendations. Okay, so I always usually see garbanzo bean flour in Whole Foods. So I don't know if you have a Whole Foods near you. If you don't have a Whole Foods near you, I would definitely recommend getting it online. But Whole Foods usually always has it for sure.
Awesome. I'm getting a bit hungry just listening to your recipes, by the way.
Hey, all the recipes are up, and I plan on making more. I have 2 weeks off for winter break because we're going off of the school schedule. So I'm going to be working hard, creating content, experimenting, cooking up a storm. And that's really my relaxation, what I like to do. So it doesn't even feel like work.
And I did see your yummy meals in your stories as well. And I was like,
Oh,
oh
thank you.
gosh, they look so good. Oh my
Thank you.
gosh. Awesome. I just want to say hi to everybody who's joining. And please put your questions and comments down below for Imani, and she will be happy to answer. And meanwhile, let's go to our next topic, which is naysayers, critics, skeptics about our vegan diet and lifestyle. How do you handle those situations?
It's so funny because I have a I have a YouTube video about that. So I'll just summarize the video. Some things that you can do is you have to know sometimes when to laugh it off. Sometimes if it's coming from family, if it's coming from close friends, sometimes they don't really mean to hurt you. It's just a way of ha ha ha, like what are you gonna eat? Lettuce, like the same thing. Like people in your life will joke around with you, like ha, you eat this, you eat that. You have to know when to laugh it off, and you also have to know when to educate. If someone comes to you and they're just completely saying things out of left field, like, oh, you're going to die of protein deficiency or something crazy like that, no, that's when you educate. So you have to know the difference between when someone's really trying to come at you or when someone's coming at you and they don't know what they're talking about. And that's when you hit them with the knowledge. Another thing I would say is invite people to the table. Let people know about the meals that you make. Share it online, share it on Facebook, share it in person. If you're going to your Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, bring a dish. Tell them what the vegan hype is all about. That's something that's extremely helpful. I would also say lead by example. My father actually became vegan because of me. He saw what I was doing. He just like, okay, let me see what this is about. And he ended up becoming vegan because some people, they don't need you to be like, go vegan, go vegan, go vegan. They need to see it to be able to go after it. And they have to have their own journey. Their journey is not going to look like your journey. Everyone's journey is different. So it's just up to you to be the best version of yourself and to just help lead the way. That's all you can do. So that would be a couple of my tips for that. If you want to see more, go on the YouTube channel and look at my vegan content. I have a lot of stuff on there about that.
I love that because, you don't want to be like, like combative and, like getting angry
The
with
angry,
people.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. But I love that you take the approach like, because I've had people say things like, oh, well, I thought you guys just ate like, lettuce or rabbit food, things like that. And, I just love the way you say you just have to kind of pick your battles,
Oh
either
yeah.
you laugh it off or you're like, okay, so now we need a little tutorial on this, and I just love that approach.
Thank you so much. You have to lead with compassion, right? Aren't vegans? Vegans are some of the most compassionate people. That's what we always say. So if you're not doing that, then that doesn't make any sense. So you might as well have a lot of compassion in your heart.
Yeah, and the other thing I love that you said too, and this has also worked with other people, is just being the example, just being the light, and just doing my own thing. And then I have people who ask me questions. Hey, what about this? What about that? And then they end up, increasing the plants that they're eating, in their diet, or they get curious about vegan furniture. Well, what's that all about? Like, choosing furniture that's not, basically including animals or even clothing and things like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
if you just kind of do your own thing and you lead by example, like you said, I think people are just drawn to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people like creativity. People like seeing things that are different. No one wants to see the same thing over and over again.
Exactly. We have Let Thy Food Saying Truth.
Ah, nice. Thank you. Yes.
Awesome. So while we wait for more questions and comments, let's go now to newbies. Vegan friendly people, vegan curious people, new vegans. What are a few tidbits of advice that you would give to folks who show up and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what to do.
Mm-hmm. The first tip I would say, and it's so funny, I have a video on this too, on my YouTube channel, Vegan Madi on YouTube. The first thing I would say is to research, and do your own research. I understand that I am a nutritionist. I am someone who studied this. It is important that you take what I say, but it's better to do your own research as well in combination with what I'm saying. Because when you do your own research, you're able to internalize it, you're able to grow from it, and it just sticks a lot more. So I would say number one is to research. Number two, try out vegan versions of your favorite food, especially in the beginning when you're craving the taste of just things that you used to have. You may be so craving like meat and you don't know what to substitute it with. Like we're in 2020. There are so many amazing substitutes out there. Like I mentioned earlier before, like the chicken bites. Let Thy Food has so many amazing products that the possibilities are endless. They have literally. I would also say go to vegan events, join vegan community groups. There's so many of them. Follow vegan pages on Instagram. Social media is a great place to connect with other vegans and just to learn from them, get some recipes and things of that nature. And I would also say try to get people who have been doing this a little bit longer than you, like a vegan mentor. People are not afraid to reach out to people online. Like if I ever got a message from someone like, hey, like, can you help me out? Like I'm a new vegan. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
like, no, go away. I'll be like,
No.
sure. Like
Come,
I
come,
would never
come,
do,
come,
yeah,
on over, come
come,
on
join the
over.
party. And like, yeah, ask them to help you. Ask them questions that you may have. Another thing I would say that is really, really important, be confident and don't get discouraged because it's very easy to get discouraged, especially if you come from a family that is not vegan. Like I said before, like my family is from the South. So we have the fried chicken, the mac and cheese, the collard greens with the turkey necks, not without the turkey necks.
Oh my
And
gosh,
it's
yeah.
like my first year being vegan, it was kind of hard. Like
Yeah,
the first Thanksgiving, it actually sucked,
yeah.
but I was confident in my decision and I stood firm and I knew that I remembered my why, which brings me to another point,
Mm.
which is the really, really probably the most important thing that I'm going to say is know your why. Why are you becoming vegan? Why are you doing this? It has to be something bigger than yourself. It has to be something bigger than the superficial. Not to knock anyone that wants to go vegan to lose weight or anything like that, but hey, what's going to happen after you lose the weight? Like, this has to be about you, something bigger than you, something that's everlasting. Because when no one's around, are you going to grab the chicken? Are you going to grab the other stuff? Or are you going to be like, no, I love myself, I love my body, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to be the healthiest version of myself? So you have to stay rooted in that. Write it down, internalize it, revisit it often, because that's going to keep you going on your vegan journey.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting chills. First of all, I just want to say hi to everybody
Hello,
who's
everybody.
joining. We have Let Thy Food Sing, a yummy vegan, amazing interview and questions. Thank you so much. And we have Love from Vegan in Every Country. Thank you so much, there, Sebastian. Oh, and Preach from Vegan in
Thank
Every
you, thank
Country.
you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, so I am just getting chills. I mean, oh my gosh, there is so much in what you just said because oh, I don't even know where to start. But anyway, um the why. The why.
That's
And
the first thing that I teach my clients. Like in our first session, what is your why? And I actually have time set out for them to write it down because I feel like a lot of people, a good amount of people on their health and wellness journey, you don't know why. You're just going through the motions. But why are you doing what you're doing? Like, what is the end result? So it's really important. Even if you're not on a health and wellness journey, knowing your purpose, knowing why you're here, what you're here to do.
for a lot of a lot of us, our whys can change or they're
Of course.
different. So for some it's health. I started for health reasons, then I discovered the animal cruelty and all of that, and I was like, no, 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 no. I just can't give in. I can't give in as much as I'm
Right.
as much as possible, obviously. And so I really love that you said. And then the other part that I just want to touch on too that you said is, if it's for a superficial reason and then you achieve that goal, such as weight loss, such as a beautiful figure, such as beautiful skin, such as no more bloating, or et cetera, right? The
Mm-hmm.
thing is, though, then the temptation is, okay, well, I reached my goal, so now I can go back to where I was before, and of course, it's just going to be a vicious cycle because you're going to have those same issues afterwards. And so, that's why for me, I really regard it as a lifestyle and not just a one and done. It's
Right.
not just like you
It's
said,
not
it's
a diet.
not just a diet. No.
Mhm. At all. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So you did touch on some of your future projects. Is there anything you want to kind of highlight for us?
Mm-hmm.
As or kind of either recap for those who kind of came in late, to just kind of just give us a few, I guess, future events that you have coming up or future projects.
Sure, of course. 2021 is definitely going to be an exciting year. As I mentioned before, I'm on winter break right now, so my mind is on go mode. Of course, relaxation some, but hey, I'm like, hey, personal projects. I can do so much of that now. So a lot of business stuff for sure. Like I mentioned before, definitely the YouTube. I'm going to be posting a lot more on YouTube. And like I said before, my YouTube is fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle. So you're going to see a little bit of everything. You're going to see more recipes on my website, www.veganmani.com. I also have a few nutrition workshops that are going to be rolling out, Zumba classes that are going to be rolling out, the Vegan 101 program that's going to be rolling out that I'm super, super excited about. This is something that I've been thinking about for years. Even another health related conference. I don't want to give too much away about that. But I actually wanted to do this in person, but then COVID hit and all that stuff. But I'm really thinking about doing it virtual. The time is now. Health is so important, and people are really realizing that. And another thing I have too is a e-cookbook that I'm working on because for me, like I mentioned before, I love to cook, I love to do a bake, I love to do everything. But something that I did realize recently is that I can do everything, but I can't do everything at once.
Yeah.
So I've been really like sitting myself down, like Imani, okay, you want to do this, and this, but like make sure you're spacing things out and make sure that you're not just overwhelming yourself. So yeah.
I love that. We have vegan in every country saying be aligned with your own values. And if you don't know what they are, what better time than now to find them out? Yes. And Sebastian from Vegan in Every Country, he talked about that in our Instagram live. So for anyone who missed that, he really, really, went very deep on that topic. And then he gives you, boom, getting it done.
I need to, I'm gonna go back and watch that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, no, he really did a lot of, introspection and really worked on himself to come to the vegan diet and lifestyle. And of course, his wife had a lot to do with it. So again, shout out to his wife. And I want to say shout out to your dad too, who went vegan because
But yeah,
that's awesome.
yes, he's awesome. Like he loves vegan food, and he's like more of an angry vegan than I am. Like he goes to work, and he's just like, "Why are they asking me to eat all this meat? They know I don't eat this." And I'm just like, "Daddy, calm down." Like yeah,
Yeah,
he'll go in,
he's
but I love
serious.
him.
He's serious.
He
Yeah,
takes it serious. Like I'm
he's,
gonna whip it up for
yeah,
Christmas time. I'm
yeah.
gonna make sure that me and him are taken care of because we're the only two vegans in the family right now. But
Right. So
just right
far.
now, I know it's
So
gonna
far, so
be
far. Yeah, the others are thinking about it. They're thinking about
right.
it.
Exactly.
They're like, "Oh, I want to join them. I want to cross over to the other side there."
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. A vegan in every country. Love you guys. Love you back.
Love you too.
And Slay Kucher also joined. So we have a few minutes left for anybody who has questions or comments for Imani. Please put them down below and she'll be happy to answer. And while we wait, what is the best way or ways for people to contact you?
hmm I have a couple of different ways you can get in contact with me. If you prefer email, you can send me an email at veganmaninutritioncoach@gmail.com. That email is also linked to my Instagram account. So you can just press the email button. Another way that you can get in contact with me is sending me a DM on Instagram. I also have a Vegan Mani business page on Facebook, so you can send me a message through there. Um, you can also go on my website and book a 15-minute call if you want to talk about anything that has to do with my nutrition business. So I like to take a multifaceted approach when it comes to contact. Contact me anyway. I'm on all different social media platforms. I'm also on Twitter as well.
Yeah, because I mean, it's true. Like some people do prefer certain platforms, so it's great that you kind of give people options.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Vegan in every country said we take time to change, but then we are all in. Yes, I agree. Same thing happened for me. I can definitely relate to that. Yeah, yeah. And we have heart face here from Pampered and Prissy. Oh, what a cool
Hi,
name.
Prissy.
I love that name. Awesome.
Yes, you
So
should check out her stuff too. She has amazing
cool.
things for the nails.
Oh,
Which reminds
awesome.
me, I probably need to get some.
Oh yeah, I saw you had a manicure day, I don't know, yesterday or day before, I don't
Oh
remember,
yeah, I
in your
just got
stories. Yeah.
hair. Yeah, and it was actually cruelty-free vegan nail
Yes.
polish. Yeah,
I
so that
know.
was
That's what I'm wearing too. I'm wearing
oh nice.
vegan. Yeah, yeah. I'm so happy there are more options now,
hmm
and really cool colors too. I love it.
Yeah, I've made my whole entire lifestyle like cruelty free, like as much as I can. Don't wear fur. Even when it comes to cleaning products, I use cleaning products that are all natural and I absolutely love them. Like I make a whole entire like cleaning day routine. I actually did it before this And I'm thinking about dropping a cleaning routine on my YouTube because people don't know what kind of natural products to use. And a lot of the cleaning products that people use, they're very toxic. I know for me, when I used to use them, it's hard to breathe sometimes and your nose gets stuffed
Yeah.
up. Like, who wants to feel like that when you clean? Like, you want to feel good, you want to light a candle, you want to listen to some music. So I'm definitely going to make a cleaning video. So look out for that.
Gosh, well, the candle and music, I mean, who could resist
Oh,
that?
yeah. Like, I feel like I'm in such a good mood. Like, I
Yeah.
cleaned and I'm like smelling the candle and
Oh, I
everything's looking
know.
clean. It's amazing.
Yeah, and shout out to you, yes, because you did post, a cruelty-free cleaning product recently, and I thought that was awesome too. We have here a couple
All
of
right.
comments and questions. Pampered and Prissy is asking, what was the hardest to give up when you went vegan?
What was so hardest to give up when I went vegan? Um, that's hard because I felt like I wasn't really attached to anything like that much. Because even before going vegan, like fun fact about me, I had this thing about eating meat once a day. Before I went vegan, I don't know why I did that, but I just did that. But I would say I don't know, mac and cheese. I would say mac and cheese was hard because I did like cheese, but when I started to find out about all these amazing vegan cheeses, like I was just like, wow, my mind was blown. And now I make my own vegan mac and cheese that's really really tasty. I even make a vegan cheese from butternut squash. It's super
Oh,
super yummy. Yeah, I
oh,
teach cooking classes for the Coalition for Healthy Sioux Food, and we made a butternut squash mac and cheese, and it was absolutely really really good. So
oh my
I'm like, you
gosh.
can't, it's really hard for you to miss anything now because they just have so many different options, which I'm so grateful for. And now I'm just like trying out other options. I'm creating, I'm experimenting. So I have a lot of really great products that are like my go tos now.
Yeah, no, and that is a tough one. And
Yeah.
from what I understand, based on my research, the reason a lot of people have trouble weaning themselves off of cheese or dairy is because there's casein in it, and that's very addictive. And
Yep.
it makes sense because the baby cows and sheep and goats, they need to be addicted to their mom's milk. I mean, that's how they're going to continue to feed and thrive, but that's not meant for humans, and so it's super addictive is what I've learned. And so a lot of people, I see it in comments on Instagram lives that I participate in the audience, and cheese, dairy is super hard for some people to kick.
Yeah, for sure. And I see Pampered and Prissy said mac and cheese with squash. Yes,
I
you can
love
make
it.
a butternut squash cheese sauce, and it's actually really, really easy to make. I'm thinking of probably making that like a YouTube video. So if you're not following me on YouTube, definitely follow me on YouTube. Something else that's fun about me is I like to do a lot of things from scratch. So making my own sauces from scratch, making bread from scratch. Also, I'm a baker, make brownies from scratch. I like to make everything from scratch. And personally, for me, I do a lot of freestyle cooking. So it is really hard for me to write things down, but I'm like, I'm working on this cookbook for you guys. I gotta start writing it down. So now every time when I cook, I'm usually like, okay, tablespoon of this, a teaspoon of this, and I'm like, okay, write it down because people need to know. So I'm getting my life together for you guys.
Yeah, no, and I can relate because especially with spices and herbs and spices, I just start like, throwing stuff in there.
Right. Right.
Like whatever I'm in the
It's
mood for, whatever has the same
mhm.
color or something, something that I'm, that like I kind of have as inspiration that day. So it is
Right.
hard to like sometimes, remember to write everything down.
Mhm.
So we have
Exactly.
lots of comments here. Let's see. So Pampered and Prissy says it's hard to transition the family. What would you
Oh,
say to that?
it's so funny. I was talking to one of my clients about not fully transitioning into vegan, but transitioning into cooking healthier. So I would say something that really helps is make it a community effort. So when you go food shopping, definitely involve your kids, involve members of your family, have them pick out different items, have them test out the fruit to see if like the fruit is ripe. You can teach them through that. I would also say create things that they like and make healthier versions of that. So ice cream is an example. Everyone likes ice cream. You all stream for ice cream. How can you make ice cream healthier? You can buy one of the healthier options that are provided because there's so many amazing healthier vegan ice creams out there. Or what you can do is make banana ice cream, and banana ice cream is absolutely delicious. I have the recipe on my Instagram page for someone that wants to know how to make the chocolate peanut butter banana nice cream. And that's something that you can do with the family. If you make like food kebabs, you can do that with your family as well. Get everyone involved. Actually have a conversation about why, brings you back to that why are we doing this? Because no kid wants to be like, we're eating healthy. Okay, but like why? Like why do we need to eat healthy? Especially if it's like younger kids, you need to have that conversation, especially from young, on like why it's so important for us to be healthy. Make it personal. Tell stories about possible things that have happened in your family that make you want to go this route. And I would say attend different events and speak to different people who live a healthier lifestyle and have them learn and just be educated by them as well. So those are some of the tips that I would give.
This is awesome. We have vegan in every country. Join the vegan, y'all. It's where all the food kill kids are at. I agree. Pampered and Prissy, yes, drop that on your YouTube. We are watching. I can't wait to try the mushroom bacon. It
It's
sounds
so good. I'm
yummy.
down to like the last serving of it, and I'm just like, man, I'm so sad.
Yes, I was lucky enough to have some mushroom bacon the other day at a vegan place, and
Right.
I honestly couldn't get enough. I was blown away.
Right?
I,
Isn't it so close to like actual, like the first time I've actually had vegan bacon was at by Chloe, because
oh
what they
yeah.
do on the mac and cheese, they top it with
Yeah.
the mushroom bacon. And I was
Oh,
just like, did they put bacon in this? Like this can't possibly be like vegan bacon. And like I kept like eating it like no way. Like this is insane.
and it just
So
looks the same. It looks the same too, the way they, yeah, no, it's an awesome recipe. So kudos to you for, creating your own version of it. I'm sure it's yummy. We have vegan in every country. Cheese is hardest for most, but once you learn how dairy is produced, you don't want to go back to that. I agree.
yeah.
The cruelty is just too extreme. It's not acceptable. And then Pepper and Prissy says, really mac and cheese with, oh yeah, mac and cheese with squash. Yep, yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna put you on. We'll make the toss on my YouTube. Stay tuned.
Awesome. And she's gonna try your mushroom bacon. You did. And then vegan in every country, but casein also stimulates the growth of cancer cells and other sickness. This is horrible. Hi there, Guapdon. And then, but when your family, vegan in every country, but when your family see you getting healthy and
Mm.
well, they start taking interest. I agree.
That lead by example again.
I agree with that. Yeah,
They
and
do.
I've actually experienced that firsthand. Or people just kind of they're like drawn to what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Ooh, I want some of that." So definitely vegan every country, nice cream. Yep, and
Mm-hmm.
get that boxy off. I don't know what
Vegan
that
in
is.
every country, you are hilarious.
I
I
know.
love how definitely gotta check you out. Like I feel like we can be friends.
Yeah, no, he's very cool, and he's looking for a vegan in every country on the planet. So if
Oh
you know
wow,
someone,
amazing.
that's his project, and he probably has other projects coming up. And so, yeah, if you know a vegan who hasn't come forth yet in a certain country, please let him know.
That is
So.
amazing.
Awesome. So, in our last few minutes here, Imani, please tell us your final thoughts, what you want to leave us with. Just kind of wrap this all up for us and put a bow on it, please.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I would like to say, and I know this is going to sound cliche because a lot of people say this, but health is wealth. I stress this, I cannot stress this enough. Health is not something that you can find on Netflix. It is not something that you can buy. It is not something that you can rent. You have to constantly be working towards being the healthiest version of yourself. And if you don't know where to start, I would say if you don't know when to start today. Start with making small steps, and then those small steps will also lead you to your bigger goal. It's all about those smaller steps. A lot of times when people get into these health goals, they're always focused on the bigger picture. There's nothing wrong about that, but when you completely focus on the bigger picture, all of those smaller steps look a lot smaller. And we need the smaller steps to look bigger than the bigger picture because the process is more important sometimes. That's where you grow, that's where you change, that's where you evolve. So I would say always just strive to be the healthiest version of yourself too. The healthiest version of yourself is going to look a lot different from the healthiest version of someone else. Never compare your journey to someone else's journey because you are not them. You will never be them at all. So being you is your superpower. It definitely is. So you want to make sure that you're making decisions for yourself. You're making decisions that you feel happy about, decisions that you make today that you will still feel good about within the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Always remember your why. Your why will keep you grounded. The why will keep you going. And just never stop growing and never stop striving to be the healthiest, happiest, most amazing version of yourself. Keyword is yourself. So
I
that's what
love that.
I would leave people with. And also eat more plants because that's what it's all about. Eat more plants. You don't know where to start? Eat more plants, eat more foods that do not have labels. That's where all the nutrition is. That's where all the good stuff is. Start incorporating those into your diet. Start putting that in grains, in salad, in smoothies, all of those things. Experiment, have fun, try new different vegetables. Just because you don't like something doesn't mean you actually don't like it. Fun fact is, a lot of these vegetables, a lot of these vegan products, they can be made multiple different ways. So that's one of my questions. When someone says, "Oh, I don't like vegetables," well, how have you cooked it? Like, who made the vegetables? Have you tried it a different way? No. Okay, so try it this way. Try it with this seasoning. Try to jazz it up a little bit. Now tell me, do you like it? Yes. See? So that's what I
Oh,
would say. Sorry, it was all over the place, but I
no,
tried
no,
to
no, no, no.
get like some stuff in
I love it. I love it. We're getting some hearts here. Let's see. So, Vegan in Every Country has explained that it's not bacon, it's fakin. So, in other words, fake
there.
bacon. So that's where he got that fakin from. I love it.
Thank you for clarifying that. Before someone like goes to Whole Foods, like, where's the bacon?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
that yet.
And they probably might have it. I don't know.
They might.
And yeah, Let Thy Food says absolute truth. We're getting lots of, kudos here from Vegan Every Country. Well said, Pampered and Prissy. The healthy version of you is so sexy, says Vegan Every Country, and lots of fruits and veggies.
It is. It is. It is. So much so.
Awesome. Well, Imani, I just want to thank you so much again for taking the time. I'm really pumped up and super inspired and super looking forward to all of the great projects that you're putting out, now and in the future. And I just want to thank you so much again. And I want to thank everybody who joined, either live or on the replay, all of your comments and questions.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It has been a pleasure. I love doing lives. They're so much fun, and your personality is awesome. It just lights up the room, and
Oh.
it just makes me just feels like it's so easy to talk to you. And you're doing amazing on your platform. You're educating people, you're empowering people. So just keep up the good work. I also want to thank everyone for watching this. It means a lot. Your support always means a lot, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And each and every one of you guys is amazing. So keep up the good work that you are doing in your life. And yeah, I love you guys.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again, Imani. And we have lots of green vegan hearts here from Vegan in Every Country to close us out, plus a thumbs up from Dana Bean. So again, Thanks everybody, and take good care. And I will message you, Imani. I'm gonna post the replay on my page, stories, and IGTV, and then I'll message you after.
All right, sounds amazing.
And let thy food. Thanks for the hearts,
Thank you for the
the red
hearts, sending
hearts.
the hearts back.
Awesome. Thank you, Imani, and thanks everybody. Bye bye.
No problem. Bye.
Bye bye.